And good morning, everybody. How you doing out there? This is Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King coming at you on this Sunday morning for quite possibly the most important hockey game that you've ever watched in your whole lives, ladies and gentlemen. That's certainly the case here as we are at the gold medal game at the Olympics, the United States taking on the Canadian Empire. And hopefully, at the end of the day, we will see the red, white, and blue hoisting the Olympic gold medal. I don't know if that's if you hoist it, you bite it, do whatever it is, but certainly hope that it's the Americans that win it. So just in case you don't know the side I'm rooting for, in case you don't know the side that I'm rooting for, there we go. There's no pretenses here. There's no pretense of being fair and objective. That is not what we're doing here today. That is not going to be how we approach this today. Today, it is all about the red, white, and blue. It is all about the Estados Unidos, baby. It is all about the U, the S, and the A. Jimbo in the chat, thank you for joining us. If you want to join us in the chat right now, it's very early, I know. But if you want to, you can come on in. It's fine. Come say hi. Come say hello. Come say how are you. If you like anything about this channel, anything that we do here, any of the football coverage that we've had, any of the massive breaks in actually putting up content that I don't do, anything like that. So again, I don't know why you would like the channel, but if you do, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let the world know this channel exists. That certainly helps us out. And of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet, or this is your first time here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and a notification bell as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized here on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. If you want to help us out a bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store in the top of the chat. As I mentioned before, it's open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. And down in the description below, we have those links as well to our merch store and our donation station. Also, if you are joining us in the chat, make sure that you hit on, if you're watching us on a desktop, make sure you hit live chat instead of top chat so you can see everybody's messages in there. And if you're watching us on mobile, make sure that you hit all messages and not top messages. That is all. So here we go. We're getting ready here. Just a couple minutes away. I have my coffee. I also have my Guinness. Because what are we not going to? Let's be serious here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the time to be worried about. It's 8 a.m. That's too early. No, ladies and gentlemen. Hockey knows no time zones. Jimbo also in the chat goes USA, USA. USA. And Jimbo, I must agree and give you my own USA, USA, USA. As I said, this is not going to be a objective, playing it by both sides stream here. This is clearly going to be a pro-America and Alberta, I guess. Winner of this game gets Alberta. I'll say that. Those are the stakes right now. Not only is it Olympic gold, the winner, they get to keep Alberta. How about that? Put some real stakes on this one. We see Coach Mike Sullivan in the locker room talking to the boys. Letting them know that's it. You got a whole country behind you, ladies and gentlemen. You got to know everybody in that locker room. Everybody in the staff. Everybody there. Whole country of the Estados Unidos. Of the United States. Of this great land from sea to shining sea are behind this American team. And if you're not, I'll say this. If you live in this great land of ours, if you're a citizen, you look at this and you say, I'm not rooting for the American team. I'm going to be a contrarian and I'm going to pack your shit and get the fuck out. I don't care about anything else political. You can keep all your politics and stuff together. You can say whatever you want. Hey, America, man. Free speech. That's what we're made for here. That's what we're made for here. Free speech, everything like that. No problem with it whatsoever. Free to say some of the most wild shit you want to in this world. I don't care. That's fine. You go against the American hockey team and these boys right now on this gold medal game, pack your shit, get out. That's what I say, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, I'm a slightly insane individual, especially when it comes to hockey, especially when it comes to today. Big game, big feel. The last time we had something like this, And I know everybody wants to point to the Four Nations face-off last year, which was great. Everybody wants to point to a couple other games and the World Juniors, and those were all great. 2010 was the last time we had something like this. And I remember I went to Lucky's Sports Bar in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Me and my wife at the time went there. I brought this very American flag, all tied up on a nice flagpole, waving it around. We were excited. We were jacked. And that was the Olympics in Vancouver, I believe. So, I mean, what a chance to win the gold medal and to win it on Canadian soil. Oh, how sweet it would have been. And it went all the way to overtime. And the U.S. lost in overtime because of Sidney Crosby. Now, in case you haven't heard this as well, big news, Sidney Crosby not playing in this game today. I believe he tried to go, wanted to go, and was unable to go. So Sidney Crosby not playing in this game. Lloyd in the chat, great to see you. He says, man, I was dead yesterday. The allergies tried taking me out. It doesn't help that the weather keeps on changing. Speaking of which, we got a blizzard happening right now. We are literally, it's right now, I believe it's rain. It's going to switch over. Here we go. There's the American boys, baby. Look at it. Oh, God, look at those sweaters. God, those are such beautiful goddamn uniforms, too. God, I love them. God, I love them. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. USA. 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 Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We got this. We got this. We are in the midst of a bomb cyclone, which is basically just a snow hurricane, if you will. That's going to be happening over here. The U.S. players, look at that, showing respect to the crowd, lighted up at the blue line, raising the sticks. Jimbo in the chat says, I just hope the NHL doesn't stop NHL players from coming to the Olympics because of Sid injuries. I don't know. Again, here's the thing. I honestly do believe, though, that Four Nations face-off last year kind of convinced the NHL, like, listen, you can do the All-Star break. You can do all that kind of shit. Whatever. Nothing's going to move the needle quite like this. Or something like this. Like, it's never going to do it. Yeah, but trust me, I was looking around for, like, are there any, like, copyright-free, like, cool America songs there? I could probably put up, like, John Philip Sousa or something, yeah, but I couldn't do Real American there by Rick Derringer. They got the gold medal puck. Look at that. We are set, and we are ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, wherever you're watching, I certainly hope that you're watching along with us. The United States and Canada for gold. Coming up here, ladies and gentlemen, in 3, in 2, in 1. And they have dropped the puck, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, why are we doing that? Yeah, let's not do that. We're already starting off with some glitches here. Puck sent down to the Canadian end. The U.S. Throw a puck on net. Does not get there. Goes off to the corner. Canadians miss the puck behind the net. The Americans are going to go ahead and grab that. I got a piece of hair that is right in front of my glasses and bothering the shit out of me. Americans take a shot again wide. The Americans having the early advantage here. Very early advantage here. Again, another one thrown down into the zone. Little dump and chase, Americans. Oh, pass out in front. Nope, couldn't get anything on that, so they're cycling it around yet again. Takes a shot, can't get it through. Oh, pass out into the slot, but the Americans maintain possession. All the way out to the point. McAvoy passes shot. That's going to be blocked out in front, and the Canadians are finally going to be able to clear the zone, but only momentarily. They do maintain possession, though. And they'll get there. Lloyd in the chat says USA, USA, USA. Indeed, we are enjoying the USA and Canada gold medal game. I certainly hope you are as well. Puck now goes down into the American zone. Hellebuck plays behind the net. Picked up by the Canadians. Tried to tip in front, and they did not connect. Canadians now throwing a little bit of pressure on. And Hellebuck is going to be able to hold on for the save. Whistle is blown. 18-23, sorry. Remaining here in the first period. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. The gold medal game in the Olympics. The U.S. and Canada. The biggest rivals for each team. People can talk about the Russians, but they're not here. They're somewhere in Ukraine. Puck kind of ping-pong here a little bit. Oh, almost a nice dangle there from the Americans. Could not get it through, though. Canadians dump it into the American zone. And, the Canadians have the puck throw shot. Save again by Hellebuck. And we've got some pushing and shoving in front of the net. That's right. You don't let those Canucks do shit. Hit that motherfucker. Let's go. I normally apologize for my language, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the Americans. And this is the Canadians. Again, this is the Olympics, so you can't fight. You're automatically out if you fight, so everybody's got to maybe watch their temper. But why you can't drop the gloves and throw haymakers, you can still push the shit out of that son of a bitch. USA wins the faceoff. Oh, wait, I kept the clock going again. Whoops. Canadians getting out of the zone, and they finally do. Americans offsides, delayed offsides. Canadians go ahead and get that. The Americans go touch up. They change while they do. Americans maintain possession in their own end, get it out to the neutral zone. Again, getting no real forward progress. After that first shift, the Canadians, tried for a little tip there. Did not work. Slapper from the point missed, and I thought we were going to have a 2-on-1. Do not, but we do press it into the Canadian zone. Canadians get possession again, and they take it out. Canadians do a little tic-tac-toe. They get it in on Hellebuck, and he holds on. Another save. Ooh, boy. Puck drop. Americans win that. They keep it in their own zone, get possession. And now we take it out. Let's go. Let's see what we have here, boys. Americans can't get it into the Canadian zone. Go back to the neutral zone. Now they are back into the Canuckle zone, looking to maintain possession. They get it down deep, but again, no sustained possession here for the U.S. Okay. And then we just dump it in again. So we might have had something. We were able to keep it in the zone, but could not get any kind of sustained offensive pressure. Save again by Hellebuck. And that's going to be 3 shots for the Canadians. The Americans have 0 shots on net as it stands right now. 3-0 shots on goal for the Canucks. Oh, boy. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I think it's time for, it's getting a little bit, maybe I need a little bit of this. The U.S. wins the faceoff again, dump it into the Canadian zone. Little dump and chase action here. I'm not a big fan of dump and chase, never was, because you just don't have possession. You're giving up possession for a chance to have possession. I'd like to see a more coherent offensive attack plan here. Canadians shoot, and that's going to be wide of Hellebuck. Bounces off the backboards. Canadians still have possession. They're looking to cycle it down. Big hit behind the net. Oh, the Americans. Nice steal. Nice steal. Oh. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Represent the Devils, baby. Let's go. Come on. Loses possession, does Jack Hughes, unfortunately. And now the Canadians have it going into USM. We got another big hit. The Canadians are throwing around some bodies here. The Americans are going to have to start hitting back. We got to start hitting back. You can't let the Canadians bitch you out like this. Icing on the Canadians. That's going to stop the clock there. Oh, I never started the clock again. That's dumb on me. That's dumb on me. I'm just trying to keep everybody like on an idea of where we are with the time. It's not going to be exactly accurate, but if you're syncing along with us, I want you guys to know kind of where we are. So, and we got another icing now. Jimbo says, "Get smash and bash out there." Oh, get smash and bash out there. Oh, okay. That's a Mighty Ducks reference. There you go. There's a little Mighty Ducks 2 reference, by the way. For anybody out there who's unaware, uncultured swine. Face off, Canadians win this one down in their own end. They flip it out to the neutral zone. They might be looking just to get a change in. Again, Americans dump and chase. Looks like we might be changing lines as well. We do. No icing on this puck as it was tipped. Oh, look at this! Shot! Score! Yeah, baby! Let's go! What a dangle! Right between the 5-hole. Fuck you, Bennington. Fuck you, Canada. 1-0. USA. Let's go! Let's go! One shot on goal, one goal. That's the American efficiency, baby. Oh, didn't get him 5-hole. He actually got him off to his right there. Let's go! What a nice little move. Woo, baby! Boldy with the score. Matthews and Hughes with the assist. I've got late starting the clock here. I don't care. Lloyd says, boy, you okay? You're red. I'm red, I'm white, and I am blue, baby. Let's go. Connor McDavid flying down the left side of the ice for the Canadians. Throws it towards the net. Off of angle shot, doesn't get it. Get back to the point. Canadians cycling it through the zone now. They get it out in front. Dangerous. They do not get a shot off. Americans get possession and they clear. Americans get a good hit on the sideboards. Canadians now dump and chase here. It looks like they're changing lines. Pass up out of the zone, and that's going to be icing on the USA. Going to wait for the clock to sync up here. 12:59 is remaining here in the first period. Oh, baby, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, God, my hair is a mess. I don't care. At this point, let's just go nuts. Let's go full bedhead, baby. Let's go. We're going mad scientist here because this is crazy. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Face off is one. Canadians had a shot. Oh, that puck is just bounced straight up into the air. Comes down. Nobody knew where it was. The Americans get it into the Canadian zone. No icing. However, the Canadians maintain possession. And the Americans keep it in. They get it down by Binnington. Binnington grabs the puck. Gets it to his Canadian teammates. Canadians dump it into the American zone. The Americans have possession behind Hellebuck. Circling back in his own end, looking for a better attack path here. Gets up to Jack Hughes, could not get it to him. The Canadians intercept, and they're looking to break back into the American zone. Marchand with it. Jack Hughes takes it away from him. Down into the right corner. Oh, a little misstep there from the Canadians. Could not maintain possession. They do get it back, however. And they're looking to break it out into the neutral zone, but again, cannot maintain possession. Austin Matthews takes a shot that's deflected. Gensel passes up to the point. Shot bouncing. Puck, and Binnington is going to hold on to that. And that is going to be a face-off. Coming to Binnington's left, I would imagine. Woo! Boldy. What a great name for an American. Boldy. You're bold, baby. Giving us that 1-0 lead here. Hometown, Millis, Massachusetts. 24 years old. He's 6'2". He's 201 pounds, ladies. Just saying. Help my boy out there. Oh, God, how beautiful. What a beautiful play there by Bolt. Just splitting that defense. It was 1-on-2, split the defense, and then just was silky mitts. Silky, just so silky. Super silky. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I don't know what they're doing the mid. They're doing the mid-period sweep a little early. Usually, you wait after the 10-minute mark to do the mid-period ice scrape there, but apparently they're doing that now. Matt Boldy plays with Minnesota. Getting ready to start this up again. Ice has been scraped. Puck is dropped. The Americans looking to keep it in Canadian zone. Cannot. Canadians dump it into the USA zone. Handled behind the net by Hellebuck. And passed around the U.S. Dump it into the Canadians. Ooh! Almost was a nice feeder there to Getzel. Marchand breaking into the zone. Nice poke check. Nice poke check. Now the Canadians have it still in the American slot, though. Americans unable to clear. Pass back to Marchand. He could not handle the pass, and he loses it again. The Americans are able to bring it out of the zone. Boldy there with it. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday morning gold medal game, USA versus Canada. We are 10:27 and counting here in the first period. U.S. up 1-0. Shots are 4-2 in favor of Canada, but it's all about the score, not the shots. Canadian shoot, saved by Hellebuck. Marchand, 2 on 1 against Boldy. Boldy, 2 on 1 against Canada. Canadian shoot, saved by Hellebuck. Marchand, 2 on 1 against Boldy. Boldy, 2 on 1 against Canada. Canadian shoot, saved by Hellebuck. McKinnon has it. He passes out to the slot. Shot! Oh, it bounces around. Another slapper from the point. Doesn't make it through. Canadians putting the pressure on here. Pass to the slot. The Americans intercept that, and they dump it down into the Canadian zone, and that's going to be icing on the Americans. And we are now under 10 minutes to play here in the first period. USA 1, Canada nothing. Jimbo in the chat says, as far as dump and chase go, I'm only okay with it when the shift changes. I get it when you're trying to change the shift if your players are tired. I get that. I don't like it as an offensive strategy. I was never a big fan of that. So and there the Americans are changing on the fly. Jack Hughes on the ice. Canadians carry the puck behind Hellebuck. Now we got a little scrum in the corner. The Canadians do come out with it. Pass to the slot. Shot does not make it through. Americans have possession. They get it through. They are in the Canadian zone. They have possession. Shot. That's going to be blocked near the front, but the Americans still have the puck. Up to the point. Now back down behind Binnington. Canadians are able to wrestle the puck away from the Americans, and they do. They get it back into the American zone, but the Americans maintain possession. Behind Hellebuck. Oh! A pickpocket there from the Canadians. Good move. And then the Americans do. I thought that got out of the zone. Shot and a save by Hellebuck. Hell of a save by Hellebuck. And that's going to stop the clock there. So we're roughly around 8:38 to go here. Like I said, that clock is not official. It's just me trying to keep it in a general idea of where we are. And thank you for joining us here on this Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Americans up 1-0 over the Canadians. I feel horrible right now because I am yelling, I am screaming, I am at the top of my lungs. And I believe I just woke up the young and beautiful Peppa Jack over here. I do apologize. I love you, Peppa Jack. She's going to be very mad at me because she usually likes to sleep in on a Sunday. And right now it is. This would be like anybody else waking up at 4 o'clock. Peppa Jack waking up at like 8:30. That's not good. That's not good for anybody. As we know, 46 years ago today, to the date, the United States beat the Soviet Union in the greatest upset in sporting history. Can the U.S. win a gold medal 46 years after they did so? Now, again, when they played the Soviets, that wasn't the gold medal game. They didn't kind of have gold medal games. There was a round-robin tournament. Whoever finished on the top of the standings in the medal round ended up with the gold medal. We had to beat Finland, I believe, the next day in order to get the gold medal. But it is 46 years since the U.S. last won a gold in Lake Placid in upstate New York. Will today be the day that we reset that clock? That the last 46 years gets reset down to 0, and the U.S. wins a gold medal in Olympic ice hockey. We're going to find out. We got a long way to go here against maybe our most heated rival, and not the gay HBO Max show. Getting ready for the face-off here. And the puck is dropped. Canadians take the puck. They get it into the American zone. They're looking, they're ticking, they're tacking, they're towing, but not able to do anything, and that gets pushed all the way back out into the neutral zone and back into the Canadian end. The Canadians get possession, trying again, and they don't get it. The Americans now have possession as they push up, and they can't quite stay on side, and then they lose possession of the puck. Canadians now, fast attack, back into the American zone, throws into the slot, goes right through. Nobody can get it. and the Americans clear. I didn't eat breakfast, by the way. I didn't have a chance to do time or anything like that. So, just letting you know. No, I said I was going to, but I didn't. Canadians have it. Pass it into the neutral zone. Now into the American end. Looking to do a little dangle, a little moving around. They can't do it. The Americans pickpocket them. They get the puck. They get it to the neutral zone. And, got a little fight there. The neutral zone goes back into the American end, but the Americans still have possession. They break it out into the neutral zone. Americans got 3 in the Canadian zone. Pass back. Pass over. Shot. Oh, God, if he could have connected. That was a wide open maw on that goal, but unable to connect. And the Canadians survive another American attack. 7:06 remaining here in the first period. Oh, what a horrible giveaway! What the fuck are you doing? Oh, it doesn't cost the Americans, thank God. But you passed it right to the Canadian in the slot. What are you doing? Are you a traitor? Are you trying to get the Canadians to score? What was that bullshit? Come on! Get your head out of your ass! 6:40 remaining. Americans have it. They're now in a neutral zone. They get it into the Canadian end. Again, can't get any real maintained possession here. The Canadians get it out of the zone. Back into the American zone. Hellebuck behind the net. He handles it. Passes it off to his teammate, Werenski. The Americans break it out into the neutral zone. Nice pass. They now get it deep into the Canadian end. They do have a possession here. Setting it up, looking to cycle it through. They cycle it up to the point. Oh, no. It gets blocked back down behind Bennington. Now out in front. Ooh, open, but couldn't get any connection on there from the Americans. The Canadians clear. Ooh. Americans do skate it out of the zone. Jimbo says, may see a murder live on the stream today, guys. No, I'm not murdering. Who am I going to murder? Pepper Jack? No. She didn't do anything. It's that guy right there, man. You can't pass that puck right into the middle of the slot up to a Canadian guy. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, McDavid tried to get something going there. Had a little pass, a little attempted tic-tac-toe, but unable to do so. Almost played by a high stick by the Americans, but it looks like it did not connect. So now we're still in the neutral zone. Canadians looking to get into the American zone. Pass it back out into the neutral zone to regroup. And now they get it in there. They have possession. Pass up to the point. Look, shot! And what a glove save by Hellebuck. And that's going to be a stoppage in play right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Pepper Jack to me because I woke. Yeah, no, there might be. You might actually see her murder me. That's actually true. That actually might happen. It's quite something moving between coffee and Guinness here early in the morning. This is quite the double show here. But you know, hey, listen, desperate times calls for desperate measures here, and. You can really tell the coffee flavor in a Guinness. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, it's got a very chocolatey, coffee kind of flavor. You can really tell when you're actually downing coffee and Guinness at the same time. Crafty in the chat says, dang, you really got up early for this. Yeah. This is America, baby. This is America. This is Canada. And this is hockey. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. There ain't no games here. This is not like some silly little event like the Super Bowl. Or NFL football. Like, come on. This is for real. This is for keeps, ladies and gentlemen. This is all the marbles. Ooh. I'll say this. I think the Canadians have had better sustained offensive pressure this whole period. Outside of that first shift, the Canadians have had a lot better sustained pressure and offensive attacking ability than the Americans have. I think anybody watching this, I think we would all agree on that. Not great. I wish we would kind of kind of wake up here a little bit as far as that goes. But we'll see. What do we got? We got a delay here. ELS in the chat says, hey, USA, 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 USA. That's right. All right, well, whatever the delay was, we're finished with that. And we are back underway. Canadians won the toss, gets bounced around, but now the Americans have it. They break it out into the Canadian zone. Quinn Hughes with a shot. Does not get through. The Americans have the puck behind the Canadians' net. Tries to pass it out in front, unable to get it through. The Americans do get possession back, though, however. Bad angle shot on Binnington. He's able to shoulder it down and then covers up, stops the clock. 4:26 remaining. Crafty says, well, of course it's not the Super Bowl. It's not rigged. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. Thank you for joining us in the chat, by the way, to Crafty, to ELS, to Jimbo, to Lloyd, to everybody in there. Thank you so much for watching along with us here at the gold medal game, the USA taking on Canada. Americans win the draw. Back to the point. Shot wide. That puck is bouncing around now behind Binnington. The Americans trying to keep possession. Oh, gets out front, quick shot, but now back to the point. The Americans still have possession. They cycle it down behind Binnington. Canadians get it, looking to clear, and they can't. The Americans keep it in. Shot in front! Oh, could not connect, and Binnington's going to cover again, and we are at 4 minutes to go here in the first period. U.S. 1, Canada nothing. Crafty says, Ontario, the schedule, Canada. Oh, man. You get a little wood on that. You get a little wood on that. You might beat Binnington. Puck is dropped. Here we go. Canadians winning. They clear the zone. Americans have possession back in their own end. They're looking to cycle it through, and that is going to be whistled down. 3:50 now remaining. Whoo! Hope everybody out there is having a good morning. Tell us where I know where everybody else is. If you're new to the chat, however, if you're new to the channel, if you're new watching along with us, come in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from. Puck is dropped. The Americans win and they get it into the neutral zone. Looks like they're going to change here. So the Canadians will collect it back behind Binnington and start pressing out. Now crossing over the American blue line. The Canucks start cycling it around. They get it behind Hellebuck. They go back behind Hellebuck again, trying to get it to McDavid. Now there's a scrum there between Nelson and McDavid. Brock Nelson looking to get possession here. Now we've got a multiplayer scrum there in the corner, trying to get the puck out. We finally have movement. Oh, almost gets out in front of Hellebuck. Americans try to kick it, and now they get it free, and they break out of the zone. Crossing over into the Canadian end. Shot. Not really good shot. Oh, we've got a penalty. And that's going to be against the Canadians. Hooking on the Canadians. So we've all known a few good Canadian hookers in our day. But with that, the Americans are going to go on the PP. This is going to be a real big PP here. We're going to see if we can really get this PP working. Really, at the end of the day, you want your PP to get, really produce a couple of good shots. That's really what you're looking for. Well, they faked us out. They faked us out on the puck drop like they always do. So here we go. The Americans with the man advantage. Trying to cycle around. The Canadians fighting for it. The Americans keep it in front. Oh, he tried to pass it. You got to take that shot, man. You got to take that shot. Oh, I think there was one too many passes. Got a little too cute. You got to just take the shot there. Canadians clear. The Americans get it back into the zone. Down behind Binnington, cycling all the way back up to the point, but there was nobody there, and it's cleared out of the zone. Quinn Hughes now up at the point. He passes it down. The American's going to look to cycle this through. Get a nice shot opportunity. There's Matthews. Matthews passes it, gets it back. Now Matthews holds it, gives it to Quinn. Quinn Hughes up at the blue line. He's skating around. He passes it back down to the left corner. Cycling through. Can't get it through. Canadians block that. Now it goes back up to the point. Back down to the corner. Trying to get to Binnington. Can't get it through. No whistle. And the Canadians clear. The Canadians wanted the whistle. Didn't get one. 42 seconds remaining on the power play. Americans changing, so the Canadians are going to clear. We have a touch up here. The Americans cycle it back to their own end. We are at 30 seconds left in the power play. Gensel. The Americans try to cycle it through. They do keep it in, and they do. Now over to the left side. Jack Hughes up to the middle, but it gets blocked by the Canadians. But Jack Hughes gets behind the net. Passes it back up to the slot. Goes through. Jack Hughes again. Takes a shot. Oh, that's tipped. Brady Tkachuk down into the middle. Can't get there. Power play is over. Power play is over. And now the Canadians, they're going to clear. And we've got a whistle on an icing with the Canadians since the power play ended. We got 48 seconds remaining. Oh, man. Crafty in the chat says, Canadians crying for a whistle. Are they coached by Andy Reid? Just Crafty, well, they are wearing all red. So if you want to make that kind of, it's like, kind of like the Chiefs, I guess. You can say that. Except we kind of stole their hottest commodity, Tate McRae, dating Jack Hughes. So we know who she's pulling for. Oh, they stopped it. What? Come on. Come on. They drop the puck and then blow the whistle. I didn't mean to drop the puck. Sorry, guys. What are you doing? What kind of bullshit is that? I agree. Give those officials a little what for, a little what have you there. Oh, shot and saved by Binnington. Right off the face-off, and so it's 45 seconds left. Lloyd says, it's not Andy Reid, it's Puckgate. I know a lot of people made references to there being deflated pucks before. Wondering if Bill Belichick got it. I do love the little bit of a back and forth between hockey and the great world and sport of National Football League football. Puck is dropped. This time it counts. The Americans get it back to the point. They cycle it down behind the net into the right corner. Little scrum in the corner. The Canadians trying to maybe just help to let this period drain out as we've got a little more pushing, more shoving, more scrapping. And the Canadians do clear it, but the Americans are able to gain possession. 23 seconds remaining in the first period. Americans into the neutral zone. Slavin gets it into the Canadian end as the Americans looks like they will go ahead and change. We have 10 seconds. Oh, the Americans with a steal with a pickpocket! Slap shot does not get through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end the first period with the USA up 1-0 on the goal from Boldy. Not Baldy. I'm Baldy. He's Boldy, and he scored and gets the Americans up 1-0 at the end of the first period. Woo! Oh, got to hit him with the Ric Flair. That's what I'm talking about. Crafty says, these are the Bill Vinovich of hockey refs. Now, listen, they may not be great, but let's not say things we can't take back there, Crafty. that is a hefty insult. That is a hefty insult to go ahead and just throw on somebody there. Oh, man. Whoo. So there we go. First period in the books. 2 to go. The Americans up one of. I will say this, like I said, I still believe that we are with the case of the Canadians. I think are right now in that period. I don't think it's too wild of a take to say that I think the Canadians had the better, more crisp offensive pressure of the two teams in that period. The Americans, we had a very good first shift, and then towards the end of the period with the power play, and then just kind of like I would say like the last 5 minutes of the first period, the Americans really looked better. Looked like they got their skates under them, and were playing a better style, and were able to kind of match the Canadians there. But for the most part, most of that period, I think the Canadians were crisper and had the more coherent offensive attacks. That being said, doesn't matter what it says on the shots taken, doesn't matter what some of the stats say, doesn't matter how it looks to you. At the end of the day, what matters is, what does the scoreboard say? And ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboard right now says America 1. Canada. Goose egg. Canadian goose egg. Can the Americans keep that way? Can they keep the goose egg, the Canadian goose egg, up there for this game? Will the Canadians fight back? You know they will. This is their national identity. It's hockey and then kind of curling. But here's the thing. We've all seen them cheat at curling now, both the men and women's teams. We've both seen them cheating, touching the stone after releasing it. You're not allowed to do that. He didn't really, you can't really push it. First of all, if you ever played curling, you know, on that ice, you can kind of push a curling stone, for whether, you know, with the pebbling and everything that's on the ice. You push that fairly well, and it's ice. Also, has nothing to do with pushing it. It says you can't touch the stone after you've delivered it. Once you let go of the handle, you can't touch it. You can't touch the fucking stone. And what the Canadians do, the men did it twice, the women did it once, from what we've seen. So we know that the Canadians love cheating at their sports that are so sacred and that they do love so very much. So, do they even deserve to have a celebration, a gold medal? I don't think so. Whew. All right. I'm going to take a little 2 seconds. I got to walk around. I'm going to see how the blizzard is starting yet. Going to see. I know it started out as rain, but we're going to have, they're saying we're getting another 20 inches. On the high end, we could be getting 30 inches. Kind of crazy. Jimbo says, but Paul Bissonnette says you can't. Here, I love Biz. Biz doesn't know shit about curling, okay? I love Biz. I loved him when he played with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. I think he's a great guy. He's a great entertainer. He's great streaming. I know they're doing their own stream over there with Spit and Chicklets and doing all that kind of stuff. Clearly not as professional of an operation as this is here. But I got to tell you, he's wrong on that one. No, you look at the rule, and so for somebody who did curl, no, you can't. Once you release the stone, you can't touch it in any way. You can't touch the granite. You can't touch the plate. You can't double touch it. You can't touch the stone. You can't. Once you release it, there you go, baby. It's gone. And the fact that he was cursing out the Swedes, he's like, "Fuck you! Yeah, you know, I didn't fucking touch it." Meanwhile, there's all the video touching of seeing him go, boop, boop, and then with Rachel Holman, that resting bitch face girl from Canada, where she releases a stone and then she like drags her fingers all over it. And there is a history. People went back and they started looking at all the other stones that she ever delivered, and sure enough, everyone she's like, she releases it and then she goes, like she's caressing it. It's like, Rachel, it's a curling stone, not a dick. You don't have to do that. To be fair, a lot of people don't like Rachel Homan anyway. Even Canadians don't like Rachel Homan a lot. So, I mean, it makes sense. But as somebody who's into the whole curling lore, somebody who watches, all the Scotty's Tournaments of Hearts and the Tim Hortons Briar. I think they call it the Montana's Briar now, but it's always going to be the Tim Hortons Briar to me. Somebody who watches all that shit, like, even some of the a lot of Canadians don't like Rachel Homan either. So, she is cute, though. I'll give her that. All right, let me go take a 2-second break here. We'll be right back here. America, baby! Fuck yeah. 1-0 over Canadians after the first period. I wanted to draw that out. I want to make sure it was pretty good. Did Tom Grassi cross that $1 million yet? I would love to do something like that, like the 24-hour streams for like raising money and shit. Obviously, the raising money would be for me because I'm poor. But We're doing it for charity. Who's the charity? Me. But I know we have our couple of really good loyal guys here in the chat, but nobody else would watch it. Nobody else would add anything. Gotta build that audience first. You have to get to 1 million followers before you start doing 24-hour $1 million live streams and shit like that. So. All right, let's get this all set up and ready for the second period, which will be coming up here in just a moment. Whoo! Oh, God. Ugh. This hair is so gross. Ah! By the end of this game, it's going to be like this. It really is. I'm going to lose my goddamn shit. We're going full mad professor here, baby. Exciting, though. Exciting here. Early on this Sunday morning. Thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. We're watching along gold medal game. The U.S. and Canada. And I also love how Jimbo spelled Paul Bassinet, by the way. Let me see here. How's our fellow Twitter users here doing? Oh, see, Dave had the same thought I did on that one play during the power play. Austin Matthews, you got to shoot that puck 100 times out of 100. USA got outplayed in that first period, which I kind of said that as well. 2 more periods until Canada has nothing left. Got to skate, cycle the puck, get pucks in deep, and pucks on net. That's it, Dave. That's that generic hockey stuff that we do love saying. By the way, NBC did just cover this too, but the Catman Cafe there in Mansfield, going wild, is Matt Boldy, whose mom works there as a bartender, scored the opener there for the U.S., so that place is actually going ape shite. Listen to the chants. Gotta love it. That's it, baby. There's nothing like waking up to some 8 a.m. beers. Although now there would be 9 a.m. beers. We have crossed over to 9 o'clock here in the a.m. on the East Coast. It is now 8 o'clock over there in the Midwest. They probably started a lot earlier than 7. The game started at 7 in the Central Time. And, 8? So 5. It was started at 5 out there on the West Coast. So if you're a West Coast hockey puckhead, very early, but never too early to celebrate your teams. Youngling Slayer in the chat. Great to see you, man. Thank you so much for joining us over there from the Rubber Room. Says, as a Wild fan, I am very happy right now. As am I. Listen, right now, we don't have teams. There's one team, baby. The U.S. of fucking A. That's what we're fucking talking about. Let's go. That's what we're talking about here. Although, when Jack Hughes was having a hell of a game a couple days ago, I was losing my shit. I was like, that's how Jersey represents. Let's go, New Jersey. So I get it. But yeah, Wild fans have a certain big reason to be happy with Boldy's goal there, and just America has a big reason to be happy there. Lloyd says, "Rip," or rest in peace. I don't know why. We're not dead yet, baby. Nobody's dead yet. Nothing's dead yet. We got a long way to go. We've got 2 full periods of Olympic hockey left to play here. U.S. and Canada. U.S. leading 1-0. Thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. If you like anything about this particular stream, this show, this channel, this program, anything like that, and I don't know why you would, but if you do, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, let the world know this channel exists. That is a huge help for us over here. And, of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet, or this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell because we're on the road, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the road. What road is that? The road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. owned by Google, which is owned by Alphabet, which is owned by apparently a cabal of jerky-eating children fuckers. So, allegedly, according to some files that have been out there, I have no idea. Oh yeah, Pepper Jack. There's coffee. There's coffee. There's some coffee. I'm surprised you didn't get coffee yet either. Oh, I have to read above that. Okay, I'm sorry, Lloyd. Oh, what? You're saying rest in peace to yourself because of your allergies? Yes, nominal patria spiritus sancti. I certainly hope that your allergies feel better. Lloyd from a little bit farther south, so I don't think he's dealing with the bomb cyclone today, but he is dealing with some bomb-ass pollen. So that is going to be, I certainly hope that you're taking a lot of Benadryl, get a lot of sleep. When the dealing's done. I'm sorry, man, The Gambler is one of the best songs out there. You always say what you want about Kenny Rogers, and people have. But man, fucking Gambler fucking rules. Oh, well, yeah, Lloyd, yeah, stop. Why are you bringing it? Dude, I don't give it, like, stop. Stop. It's a hockey stream, baby. This is hockey. We're talking hockey here right now. We're talking good vibes and good spirits. You're talking about you dying from your allergies. You're talking about other stuff there. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the U.S. of fucking A taking on the Knuckleheads from up north. I love seeing the Kachuk brothers just kick the shit out of a Canadian right there. You got to love that. Anytime you see some kind of mild violence on a Canadian, it really does bring a smile to one's face. And here's the thing: like I do, I there are some Canadian people I absolutely love. I do. Chris Creamer, the guy who has all the sports logos, sportslogos.net, the sports logo message board, all that. I've been going there for over almost 30 years now, and I've known Chris for almost 30 years now. He's a proud Canadian. He's a good man, a good father, good husband, all that stuff. Love the guy. So like when you hear me like saying fuck Canada and I hate Canadians and stuff like that, like. In a general sense, I like Chris. Chris is a great guy. But, there are, it's just great guy. I love him. I hope he's sad today. I really do hope that he's very sad today. But where are you from, Lord? I have no idea. And the puck is dropped, and we have started the second period, ladies and gentlemen. USA and Canada. Gold medal game in here in the Olympics. And as I forgot how to speak for a second. Fresh sheet of ice. Oh, and a Canadian blew a tire. He must have went to Canadian Tire. Jack Eichel looks, throws the puck at the net. It's saved by Binnington. Canadians get that puck, and they're looking to clear, and they do. But the Americans get possession in the neutral zone. Oh, that's right, Lloyd. You're in fucking Michigan. I forgot. I don't know why I had a brain fart. I don't know why I thought you were south. Oh, we got icing on the U.S., and that's going to stop the clock. That's the thing. Just get the puck on the net. You gotta shoot that puck, man. You gotta shoot that puck. I'm sorry, Lord. I completely forgot. Puck is dropped. Canadians get and we've got a stoppage. Not sure why. Lloyd, don't insult yourself like that. Lloyd said, "Oh, it's all good. I'm nearly Canadian." Don't. Why would you insult yourself like that? Don't do that. And there we go. Puck is finally dropped again. And we have another icing, so we're back down 1940. So, bit of a stop and start Start, start, stop, 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 stop. As you can see, it's kind of screwed up my brain here. It is still early. A little bit of a start and stop situation going on here to start the second period. Puck is dropped, finally, here. Americans, they get the puck in their zone, and they move it out. They dump it down into the Canadian zone. No icing this time. Looking to get possession here. The Canadians do have it. They break it out into the neutral zone. Still in the neutral zone. Have some fighting for it. Canadians finally do bring it into the American end. They look, they shoot. Oh, it gets by Hellebuck, but it goes wide. Canadians have it back in their own end, playing a little patty cake there between the two defensemen. They finally do get it into the American zone, behind the net. The Americans get the puck, looking to break it out, and they do. Slavin on the right side. Oh, takes a shot wide of Binnington. Matthews now trying to get there. Here comes Jack Hughes. Nope, that's not Jack Hughes. Pardon me. Sanderson, that's who that was. He takes a shot. It's wide of Binnington. That's going to go all the way back down to the American end. Hellebuck corrals the puck for his players. Now the Americans get it all the way through the neutral zone, back down into the Canadian end, behind the net. Gensel has it. Quinn Hughes gets it up at the point. He cycles it back down to Gensel, behind the net. Gensel cycles all the way back up to the point. Now he leaves it behind for his guy, but oh, it gets intercepted and the Canadians clear. McAvoy, he pushes the puck up through the neutral zone. He gets it up to Jack Hughes. The Americans push it down into the Canadian end. Jack Hughes now behind the net. The puck gets loose. The Canadians corral it, and they are going to break out of their end. Bad giveaway there by the Americans. Defense is able to keep the puck away, but the Canadians are now cycling it through the zone. Oh, bad giveaway. And then the Americans can't hold on to the puck. It goes right back to the Canadians. It is out of the zone. The Americans do clear. Canadians looking, they got some great pressure here. Oh, they missed a one-timer there. And now Tkachuk. That's Brady Tkachuk. He brings it up the left side into the Canadian zone. Canadians quickly get possession back, and they are back on the attack. 16:26 remaining here in the second period. After a bit of a start and stop to start this period, we've had a good run here of no whistles, which is what you like to see. Canadians playing a little bit of dump and chase here. They keep it in the zone at the point. Pass out to the right point. Shot! Bounces around. Does not go in. Now McDavid has it. He's cycling around to the slot. Intercepted by Boldy, and the Americans are going to clear. Matthews trying to push it further, and does. The Americans change on the fly. Oh, nice knockaway. That pass was going right to the slot. American defense there does a great job of knocking the puck. Shot by the Canadians goes wide of Hellebuck. The Americans trying to clear, cannot clear the puck. The puck is a bit bouncy today on that Italian ice. Thrown blocked by the American defense. Does not get through the Hellebuck. Canadians putting some serious pressure here on the United States. Now Marchand has it. He shoots. Saved by Hellebuck. And the Americans finally able to clear the zone. But again, not great. They can't get into the Canadian zone, and the puck is, again, it's very hard to control here for the Americans. The Canadians take another shot blocked by the Americans before it gets through the Hellebuck, and Boldy now will carry it himself over the center line, dump it in behind the Canadian net, and the Americans will change their lines. Canadians skate right down the left side into the American zone, now behind Hellebuck. Peter pass out in front, doesn't go through. Still behind the net. Now they're trying to cycle it back out in front. Down by the goal line. Behind the net. Off-angle shot. Cannot get it through, and the Americans will clear. Again, Canadians. Heavy pressure here. The Americans got to go ahead and get together. Oh, giveaway! Shot! Oh, save by Binnington. Not the best shot when you're just one-on-one. Bad giveaway by the Canadians. Now Canadians shoot wide of Hellebuck. Canada cycles it through. Back up to the point. Blocked by Boldy. Canadians still maintain possession in the American end. They're cycling through. Shot saved by Hellebuck. Canadians maintain possession. They get rid of the puck. Come on. Let's go. And the Canadians miss the pass. Boldy has to get off the ice. His stick, he couldn't get to his stick. It looks like it might have been broken or something. But he finally does get off the ice. The Canadians right back into the American zone, though. The Canadians, terrific pressure here. Don't like to see it. Matthews, he clears the zone. But again, the Americans can't get possession. And the Canadians break it back out. Tipped away by the Americans. Jack Hughes now with it. Canadians wanted the tripping penalty. They don't get it. Jack Hughes skating around with the puck, getting possession to Matthews. They get it into Canadian zone. They dump. Jack Hughes behind the net. Pass out in front. Cannot connect. Americans maintain possession. Look, shot. Oh, Binnington with the save. And then he covers the puck. And that is going to stop us right there. Holy shit. I need a Tylenol. Woo! 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 That's all I'll say with that, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't love hockey, there's something wrong with you. You might need medication. Oh, look at that little cute American baby. Look at that cute American baby. Oh, that's Go Drew's kid. All right. Oh, God. Why you got to be... Oh, God, what a story. Come on, do it for Johnny. Lloyd in the chat says, I know I'm late with this, but Google was actually founded by a Michigan State student, so it would make sense for it to be having a questionable past when it comes to Michigan State. I didn't rig it up. Zach Wierenski, as we see there, is getting zoomed in on from Grosse Pointe Woods in Michigan. Fellow Michigan man there, Lloyd, for you. I think might be doing an ice scraping here to clear the ice. Brock Nelson, man. Oh, you got to put that away, man. You got to put that away. Binnington did cut down the angle. I mean, good for him, but... Oh, man. I would, oof, God. Oh, God. Still waiting for the game to start up again here. We're getting ready for puck drop. It's going to be coming to the left of Binnington. And the puck is dropped. Canadians clear. Americans get possession, though. Maybe Jack Hughes breaks into the zone. Oh, he gets pickpocketed, though. He had 3 Canadians around him. Unable to do. Outlet pass to the Canadians. Oh, what a stop by the American defense. And then the Canadian flops down to the ice. Oh, we've got a hit on the Americans. Oh, we got bodies everywhere. Shot. Oh, the rebound was there, but no American to pick it up. Jack Hughes keeps it alive. He cycles it down behind the net. Now back to him. Out in front. Oh, saved by Binnington. It's still behind the net. Canadians looking to clear. Americans, nice hit. And the Canadians finally do clear the zone as both teams appear to be changing up their lines. Americans dump it in. Bennington takes it. He says, fuck it, I'm going to clear it myself, and shoots it down the ice. Now the Americans bring it down into the Canadian zone. There is a broken stick on the ice, 2 pieces. Oh, big hit there. Americans cycling it through here. Boldy now has it behind the net. He cycles it through. I think he was looking for his man, but they were changing. Boldy now back behind the net. He's trying to Boldy single-handedly trying to win this game for the Americans. Brock Nelson takes a shot, and it's blocked. Oh, it's a breakaway for the Canadians! Save by Hellebuck! Let's go! On a breakaway by McDavid! Are you kidding me? Oh, Hellebuck, you beautiful bastard! Oh, we've got so much going. That's probably going to be a penalty on Gensel. We've got back and forth here. You could have called penalties on both of these teams over the last little bit, but it looks like the Canadians will get their first PP of the game. Jimbo says, nice save indeed, but now the Canadians will have the man advantage, and the way they've been playing, Connor McDavid on a breakaway, and McDavid had some, I don't know what his decision making was there, but it looks like he never really took a shot and just kind of ran into Hellebuck, giving him maybe the easiest breakaway save I've ever seen. And then Gensel kind of arm bars down the Canadian, like, yeah. The refs were letting him get away with a lot, but I guess the old one armbar takedown still very much not looked fondly upon by officials. So the puck is dropped, and the Canadians have a 2-minute man advantage here. The Americans looking to clear, and they cannot. Canadians keep it in the zone, and the Americans finally do clear, and they get the puck down. 147, 146, 145 remaining on the power play for the Knuckleheads. Canadians skate right fast down the ice, trying to get through the American defense, and there's going to be a 2-man advantage now. They're going to say holding and hooking on the Americans is going to be a 5-on-3, and we are fucked. As we see a Canadian crackhead dancing in the stands. Makar skated himself into being interfered. Like, come on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not advantageous if you are a fan of the Stars and Stripes, the old red, white, and blue, the good guys here. Drop the puck, and it's 5-on-3 for 1:30. The Americans chuck it down the ice. They clear. Oh boy, we got a long way to go here. Slap shot missed, and that's going to go all the way around and out of the zone. Lloyd says, King, is that Tyrone Biggums? Jeez, some crack. Youngling Slayer in the chat says that's a BS penalty. The Americans clear again. We are under a minute in the 5-on-3. Under a minute to go in the 5-on-3. Canadians get it. They are in the American zone. The USA chants happening loud now in Milan. Canadians cycling through. McDavid has it down low. Up at the top of the circle. Now he gets it back down low. Back up to McDavid in the slot. Now shot. Save. Hellebuck and clear by the Americans. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. McDavid has the puck. He's trying to break it. He goes back down. The Americans did a quick little shift there for one of their guys. Canadians cycling the puck down. They get it back up high. Back down low. Back up, back down, shot, saved by Hellebuck! And they do a quick whistle. The Americans could have cleared that, but they did a quick whistle on it. 8 seconds remaining. 8 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Woo! Woo! Coffee, take a seat. This is a job for Guinness. Puck drop. It is won by the Canadians. Back. They held the American stick. Why is there no penalty there? Pass up to the slot for the Canadians. The 5-on-3 is over. Blocked! Down low by the defenseman, and the Americans clear! 18 seconds remaining on the power play. That's just 5-on-4 now. USA chants loud in Milan. And that's icing on the Canadians with 5 seconds left in a man advantage. The Americans have a chance to have killed off a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 32 seconds against the Canadians. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Woo! 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 Oh my. Youngling Slayer in the chat says, if we come out of this unscathed, I will be extremely surprised. 5 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4. The man advantage here for the Canadians. They had 1 minute and 32 seconds of 5-on-3. Face off in the Canadian zone. Puck is dropped. 3, 2, 1. And the Americans have killed off. Oh, man. Canadians get into the zone. Shoot. That's going to be high into the net. That's going to be a stoppage in play. Oh, my God. Standing ovation for those Americans, those brave boys. That's our boys, baby. That's our brave boys out there doing good work, doing God's work. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Woo. Taking another little break here for the ice scraping. Jimbo says, Hellebuck being helly good. Jesus Christ, Jimbo. That's why we love you, Jimbo. That's why we love you. Hellebuck coming up big. The American defense, the penalty kill coming up huge, especially 5-on-3. Because here's the thing. The Canadians have been outplaying the Americans so far in this game. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. And they were doing that 5-on-5. Then you give them a 5-on-4, it's like, oh boy. Then you give them 5-on-3, oh shit. And still to kill that off, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Youngling Slayer in the chat says they should play Freebird just for killing that. I agree. That is a huge, huge lift for this team, for them, for everything. Like, just unbelievable. Unbelievable work there from Hellebuck, the American penalty killers, the defense, and this entire USA squad. Hellebuck, again, Commerce, another Michigan boy there for you, Lloyd. Michigan obviously representing well in hockey, as we know they do. Our own ELS, big fan of Michigan Tech, the Michigan Tech Huskies. Big hockey is all over Michigan, obviously, college hockey, high school hockey. And of course, you also have the Detroit Red Wings being the big ball guys down there. Americans win the faceoff. They're back behind their own net. Settle it down. They're looking to break it out here. They do. Matthews now down the left side shot. That's going to be wide of Binnington, but the puck is now behind the net. Canadians gain control. They clear. That's going to go all the way down the ice. And that's going to be icing on the Canucks. And we have Tom Wilson causing some shit. Faber was fantastic on that penalty kill, says Youngling Slayer. Hard to argue that. Lloyd says, "Oh, my city had a hockey team too." What team? I don't know exactly what city you live in, so I don't know. But was it like an ECHL team? Was that the Flint Firebirds? Oh, the Americans out. Oh, bouncing puck. That bouncing Italian puck. And the U.S. was unable to corral it and get a decent shot on. Puck now goes into the American end. Kachuk grabs that. That's going to be Keith Kachuk. I think Keith. No, I forget all the Kachuk's names. Matthew Kachuk, Keith Kachuk, Brady Kachuk, all the Kachuks. Kachuk. Americans get it into Canadian zone, but they can't hold on to the puck. Oh, up in the, oh, it's loose in front, but the Americans could not get it. Canadians now have possession, but the Americans keep it in at the point. They cycle it back down. Binnington tries to control it behind his net, unable to do so, but the Canadians are able to do so. Pass out in front. Oh, poked away at the last minute by the Canadian defense out into the neutral zone. Jimbo says, seems like the puck is extra bouncy today. It really does. Binnington behind the net almost gets pickpocketed, but the Canadians are able to clear. And we've got a whistle. 6:05 remaining in the second period. Shots are 17-15 in favor of Canada. The score is 1-0 in favor of the U.S. Lloyd says the team's name was, he thinks it was like the Lapeer Loggers. I don't know. I haven't heard from them. I usually know a lot of minor league teams and shit like that, but I have not heard of them. I'll look that up. I will look that up. But yeah, I agree, Jimbo. Yeah, the puck has been super bouncy. Again, you know, the criticisms of how they've done this ice and the arena and all that there in Italy is something else, but Canadians keep it in the zone. Shot bounces off Hellebuck for the save, but the Canadians maintain possession. They're trying to cycle it through here. Down in the left corner to the right of Hellebuck. Now they get it up to the point. Shot bouncing around, and the Americans can't clear. Canadians still have it. Shot. Oh, it goes wide. Canadians now trying to pop it behind them. Now it's back behind the net. Canadians still have possession. The Americans unable to get possession or get it out. Now they have possession, and they do break it out. Finally, both teams appear to be changing. Canadians have possession in their own end, and they are going to bust this out here in just a moment. There they go. They break into the American zone. Shot. That's going to be high, and that's going to be into the net. 5:13 remaining. Lloyd says we have some players that went to the NHL and the NFL from my era. Zach Long, he himself is from Lapeer. Look at that. Look at that. Bayonne, we had a few. We had Danon Hughes. He played for the Chiefs back in the 90s, 80s, late 80s, early 90s. So I actually played high school football with Jamal Lord. He played with Nebraska in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then played with, I think he got drafted by the Texans, but I don't think he stuck around too long, but still, a lot fucking better than I ever did. Obviously, Zach Wild, one of the greatest players of all time. And for a little bit, we had Shaquille O'Neal here in good old Bayonne, New Jersey when his father was stationed over at the Military Ocean Terminal. So So 5:13 remaining. Oh God, I only had one Guinness. I don't have any more Guinnesses left. How am I going to get through this third period? Might need to smoke crack. We'll see. We see Quinn Hughes and Austin Matthews. Oh, Jake Long. You're talking about, not Zach Long. Okay. Hey, listen, we all make them. I barely remember my name sometime, Lloyd, so it's all right. Are they doing another ice scraping here? There seems to be a lot of ice scraping. Puck is dropped. Canadians win it. Matthews is harassing the puck carriers, but the Canadians are able to cycle it through. Throw, glove, save by Hellebuck. And that's going to stop the clock again. 5:04 remaining. I might have to, Lloyd. I might have to. By the way, my name is King. You're watching Stay Tuned Sports. This is the Olympic gold medal game between the U.S. and Canada. Like anything that we're doing here, and I don't know why you would, but if you do, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Canadians cycling it down. They still have the puck. They get it up to the point. To the right point. Oh, giveaway! Saved by Hellebuck! And the puck is cleared. Holy shit, Hellebuck saved us on that one. Really saved our bacon ass on that one. Oh, man. The Americans are able to cycle it all the way back around. They change up. Canadians have the possession back in their own end. Jack Hughes gets it down to Larkin. Larkin going down the left side. Now we got a little bit of a scrum. Canadians were able to get the puck away from the Americans. Drew Doughty gets it to center ice. And now the Canadians dump it into the American end. Oh, the puck goes through. The Canadians could not keep it in. Goes all the way back to their end. Jack Hughes trying to get a little pressure. Canada, whoa, little tic-tac-toe in the slot. Couldn't get it through, though. Oh, God, the Canadians are putting all this pressure on. Canadians just keeping possession. There's another broken stick on the ice. Is somebody hacksawing the American sticks? I don't know. Shot! Save! By Hellebuck! And that's going to freeze the puck. And now we got a little fisticuffs because they decided to touch our goaltender. Don't touch our fucking goaltender. And we got pushing. We got shoving. We've got gloves and maws. We got people getting face washed. We have a Canadian down on his knees, assuming the position. That's Makar. Maybe that's something he's used to. I don't know. I don't know his personal life. He's allowed to do whatever he likes. No judgment here. Jimbo says, I don't care. I want the Kachuk brothers on the Flyers. Yeah, good luck trying to swing that fucking deal. I don't think that's going to work, Jimbo. Dirty Canadian bastards trying to slash our goaltender. I'd throw hands with these cocksuckers. They do that. I know I'm trying to watch my language, but I don't care. These Canadians, they just bring it out of you, you know. No, Quinn Hughes is a future Devils player, Youngling Slayer. Don't you dare. Don't you dare pull that shit. We need him right here in Jersey, baby. We have all three. It would be like the Sutter brothers back in the day. We'll get all of them together on one team. Icing on the Americans. 2:37 remaining here in the second period. That's going to come back down in front of Hellebuck for the faceoff. As we take a look at the Italian-Oregon player. It's not a hockey game unless you have a pipe organ. Eichel getting ready for the face-off. We have a little bit of a tie-up. No puck drop, though. Americans win the face-off, and they're able to get possession as they break it out. They get into Canadian zone, but the Canadians immediately clear it. They try to pass it up there. Good American defense from all three Americans as they get it back up the ice into Canadian zone. And we have a little bit of a line change from all parties involved. Canadians do a little bit of dump and chase. Hellebuck stops the puck behind his own net. Americans unable to clear, but we do have possession. Quinn Hughes now gets it up to center ice, but that's intercepted by the Canadians. Passed all around the boards, and that's going to be icing on the USA. Jim Slater, I don't know. I've heard, the problem is I've heard so many Slater names. I don't know precisely if I've ever heard of Jim Slater. So I'll say no because I'm not exactly sure there, Lloyd. Canadians win the faceoff after the icing. Look, shit. It was eventually going to happen. It was eventually going to happen. Son of a bitch. God, if we just could have got to the end of the period. If we just could have got to the end. Just had to get to the end of the period. Just had to get to the end of the period. Makar with the goal. We got a stoppage in play here. Not sure what it is. Son of a bitch. $133 remaining. They put some time back on the clock, I guess. I'll just wait 3 seconds until they do. Face off won by the Canadians. Canadians fans singing "Ole, ole, ole." I'm sure that's going to alleviate Jimbo's Frenchy thing. Americans break it down into the Canadian zone. 1:10 remaining. Cycle it to the point. The Americans cycle it back down. Pass out to the point and misses, and it goes into the neutral zone. God damn it. Lloyd says, dang, dude. Jimbo says the boys just can't panic. Regroup. Just got to regroup. Pass down. They wipe off the icing. Under a minute to play here in the second period. Shot high. Americans break it into the Canadian zone. Whoa! Could not get it through Bennington. Hughes has it, top of the blue line. Oh, knocked away by the Canadians, but he's able to keep it in the zone. Americans to the point. Shot. Oh, wide. Thought that might have went in for a second. Americans just getting a little bit of pressure at the end of the period. Offsides on Canada, 5 seconds remaining. Lloyd says we're tired. Is that not in? Did that just hit the posts? Son of a bitch. That would have been the way to do that. Fuck, come on. How does that not go in? How does that not go in? And now we got a little scrum here. Yeah, hit that Canuck right in the goddamn face. Hit him. That Canuckle fuck piece of shit. No, he didn't hit the post. He hit posts. How does it go ding, ding, dong out instead of in? Like, come on, man. Come on. Look at these Canadians bitching like the bunch of bitch babies they fucking are. Fuck Canada. God, how does that not go in? Fuck. End of 2, 1-1. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I can't do this. I can't do it. We can't do another loss to these motherfuckers. Yeah, Lloyd, it's the end of the second period. End of 2. USA won. Canada won. And, I mean, there's no other way to say it. I mean, Canada just purely outplayed the Americans in that second period. It wasn't even close. There's no way you could try to spin this. There's no way you can try to sit there and say, well, this was, and that was, and blah, blah, blah. Hellebuck played great. The Americans were able to kill off a 5-on-3 for 1 minute 32 seconds. They were able to kill off a 5-on-3. But the Canadians' pressure was relentless that entire period. That entire period was absolutely relentless from the Canadians. The Americans had no answer. There was not one single sustained attack from the American side until maybe right there at the end was maybe some of the best offensive opportunities and chances we had that whole period. You can't get outplayed like that and leave your goaltender out to dry as much as it did happen. Hellebuck did a hell of a job that whole period. That was just a good goal by Makar too. Like he got it right under the blocker, right under the stick. Happened to just hit the post in the right spot and bounce in. You know, it was like, you know, the margin for that shot was this, and he got it. So you can't argue that. You can't complain about it. And like I said, you can't say anything else other than Canada absolutely just outplayed the Americans in that second period from start to finish, bell to bell, as they say. Third period has to be different. It has to be different. The Americans have to come out. They have to attack. They have to be aggressive. hit these motherfuckers right in the mouth. Hit them. Hit them. Hit them on the boards. Check them. Let them know you're there. Put some bruises on their goddamn body. Do that. Get into there. You can get to Bennington. You can get to Bennington. You can get him. You have to go in there. You got to bust them up, and you got to get shots on Bennington. Just chuck the puck at the net. Get pressure, sustained pressure. Sustained offensive pressure. Sustained offensive attack. Coherent offensive attack. Not dump and chase. Not, oh, let's just get it away from the Canadians. Let's just hope for the best. No. Sustained offensive pressure. Get it into their zone. Keep it in their zone. Get good cycling. Go get, you have to try to open up some lanes there. Cycle the puck well. Good tape-to-tape passing. I know the puck seems a little bit bouncy here, but the Canadians seem to be able to do a lot of shit in that period. We're complaining about a bouncy puck. The Canadians were able to do it. So, to me, that's not an excuse. You got to get in there. Got to get dirty. Got to get gritty. Keep offensive, sustained pressure. Have to do it. Have to do it. Have to do it. Outside of that, man, I don't know. Got to do something, though. Got to do something. Again, you see that Makar goal, man. It was literally, this was the margin. This was the margin that he had to hit in order for that to be a goal. God damn it. 20 minutes left to go. I know it seems like I'm really down about this, being it's a 1-1 tied game. But watching these first two periods, it's hard to say that the Canadians aren't playing better hockey right now. They're clearly playing better hockey. Damn. All right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes here. We will be. Let's see. Youngling Slayer in the chat says, I still can't believe Faber's shot didn't go in. I can't either. Like, just. Again, that's a thing where it's this, and if it hits the post right, instead of bouncing out all the way to the blue line, that'll bounce into the back of the net, and it's just the physics were wrong. It was one atom off of where it needed to hit that post. Damn. We'll see. 20 minutes left. We got 20 minutes left. let's get this all getting ready to be set up here. I was just telling Pepperjack, boy, well, we got 20 minutes to see how my mood for the rest of the day and perhaps week goes. God, oh boy. The tension, the anxiety, it's up. That's the anxiety, baby. Look at that anxiety. Thank you so much for joining us here, by the way, on Stay Tuned Sports on this early morning gold medal game between the U.S. and Canada. I want to thank you all for watching along with us and joining us here. If you like anything about this particular stream, that's this particular channel, anything that we do here, I don't know why you would, but if you do, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let the world know that we exist. That is a massive help for us here. And of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet, or this is your first time here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly here on Stay Tuned Sports, you can go ahead and do so at the top of the chat and in the description below. We have links for our donation station and our merch store. I'll tell you what, if the Americans win gold here, there will be some merch. Let me tell you that. There will be some merch for you to go ahead and purchase for this great and glorious event. Hopefully there is. We will see when we get there. Second period, Canada outshot the U.S. by 11. Canada had 19 shots on goal in that period. The Americans only 8, which just goes to the fact I said. The American sustained pressure is just not there. It's just that has to change in the third period. It has to change in the third period. Sorry, just checking some messages here. Lloyd says, America Junior, also known as Canada, can get fucked. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I am nervous. I am legitimately nervous. Getting close to the 10 a.m. mark here on the east coast of the United States. This great and glorious land from sea to shining sea. Just now getting to about 7 a.m. over on the left coast. If you're living in Central Time, it is right now just about to hit 9 a.m. there. You've probably been drinking for a little while if you're watching along with this game. Good for you. It's a Sunday, baby. Do you need an excuse? to drink at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning? Probably not. Is it good to have one? Sure is. You can tell probably by my silence, I am nervous. I am nervous. I am nervous. I am nervous. I'm always there. I am nervous. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'd like to see us put this game away. That's not going to happen, clearly. This is going to be a tight, right down to the wire game. We know this. This is just how it's going to be. But Jesus, man, I just... We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. What is the twits saying? What is the old twatter got for us here? Nope, that's Instagram. I don't give a shit about Instagram. That's a cute hippie, but... They're doing a little thing. We'll get ready for the third period to start here in a second. Portnoy on Twitter says absolute butt clenching time. Squeaky bum. If there ever was squeaky bum time, we got 20 minutes of squeaky bum time going on right now. McAfee says after the replay, you see it only hit one post, but still should have went in. I agree, Pat. Strap in, folks. Strap in, strap on, whatever you got to do. 20 minutes for the rest of our lives. And the Americans pull it off. And here we go. Third period is underway. McDavid has the puck early here in the period in front of the... Oh, giveaway by the Americans. Oh, Canada has the puck here. They chuck it around behind the net, goes back up to the point. Now they go back behind the net. The Americans fighting to get possession. They can't get it quite yet. Now the Canadians still have it behind Hellebuck. No, bad angle shot does not go in. The God, come on. Icing on the Americans. 19:12 remaining. Jesus. Not the way to start. Not the way to start this period. Tom Wilson can eat the biggest bag of dicks, by the way. I just want to make sure that that's well known by everybody. That pass goes all the way down. That's going to be another icing. 19:05 remaining. I forgot to start the clock, but that's okay because I'll just bring it back down here to 19:05, and there we go. There we go. Michaela Schifrin, gold medalist in slalom for the USA. You got Dave Christian there, Brock Nelson's uncle, member of the '80 U.S. team that won gold. Come on, baby, come on. Canadians win the draw. They have it back at the blue line. That's tossed Behind the net. Americans trying to get possession. Quinn Hughes isn't able to get it out. Canadians have it. Cycling it at the top of the zone by the blue line. Saved by Hellebuck. Canadians again still maintaining pressure, maintaining this offensive possession. They are just controlling the puck. Puck control. Oh! Oh, it got through Hellebuck, but the Americans clear it. Holy shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wake up. Get your head out of your asses here. What are we doing? What are we doing? 18:20 remaining. Because I forgot to start the fucking clock again. Offsides here on the Canadians. That's 18:18 remaining. Can I even... Yeah. Oh, man. Face off out of the zone. Canadians win. Puck is chucked into the American end. Oh, God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Get puck control. And the puck goes into the American bench. Yeah, no, the Red Wings won it. They lost in 2009 to the Penguins. They won 2008. Matthew Tkachuk gets it for the Americans, breaks it into the Canadian zone. Jack Hughes skating towards the end. He gets Marchand, knocks him off the puck. Throw it in on the net. Binnington gives up a rebound, but nobody's able to corral it. Canadians bring it back out of the zone. Canadians have it in the American end. They're trying to cycle it through. The Americans get possession, and they're able to get it out, but it gives it right back up to the Canadians. Canadians dump it back into the American zone. They maintain possession. Cycling it through. Behind the net. Now back up to the left side. Shot on goal. Looks like that went wide. Americans just not getting anything going. This one's going to be icing, and they do call icing. 16:38 remaining. I don't know what is going on. What is the difference between some of these games here? You know, it's like Americans have to do something here. Because right now, Canada is just fucking destroying us. Shot, bounced around, and it's able to be cleared by the Americans. Canadians can't clear the zone, but the Americans clear it for them, so it doesn't matter. We had a chance to really do something there. Oh, okay, now here we go. We're breaking into the zone. Back behind Binnington. Feet out in front to nobody but Canadians there. Canadians give up the puck back to the Americans. Can we do something with it? Shot. Nope, that's blocked. And now Canadians have a breakaway. Shit. Saved by Hellebuck. Hellebuck is really just saving our ass right now. Give that man three medals if we win this. Another giveaway by the Americans to the Canadians. Come on! Can we get... The Americans look lost out there. We look lost. Shots are 33-17 for Canada. We look fucking lost. Shot. Hellebuck's able to knock that down. Canadians still have it in the zone. Pass up to the slot. Pass up to the left side. Shot wide by the Canadians. They keep it in the zone. Of course they do. Cycle around. Shot again. Saved by Hellebuck. Freezes the puck. Jesus. Goddamn credit. Oh, I never started the goddamn clock again. I don't give a shit. 14:49 remain. What in the goddamn hell? Come on, come on, come on, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Puck is dropped. Canadians win it. Of course, they get it. Come on, come on. Start hitting some bodies. Start getting some offensive pressure. Fucking something. Head out of asses. Canada leads in shots in this period 8-1 so far. What the fuck? What kind of giveaways is this? What are we doing? Just sloppy fucking hockey. Sloppy. And we give it away again. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Daniel Broderick in the chat says, fuck USA. Go fuck yourself, you Canuck piece of shit. Eat a bullet. Shot! Oh, that doesn't go through. Oh, give away. The Americans keep it in the zone, but they're not going to be able to hold on to it. Eichel takes a shot. It doesn't get through to Bennington. Canadians maintain possession. Again, just the Americans cannot get it out of the zone. And that's going to go out of play. Whistle dead. 13:01 remaining here in the third period. Hey, Daniel Broderick, thank you for joining us here. I certainly hope that you like this channel. Hit that share button and you hit that subscribe button. But also, go fuck yourself. Oh, boy. I'm going to do a bit of the ice scraping here. Not much to say. I mean, there's really not much to say. The only analysis is, boy, Canada's fucking outplaying the U.S. I don't know what's going on with this American team, why they can't get their head out of their own asses. But there is zero sustained offensive threat. The Canadians are just putting all the pressure on this team, and the Americans seem to be folding under this pressure. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this team. I don't know what's going on, but they need to, like, I don't know. Can somebody give them a quick bump on the fucking bench there, wake the fuck up and do something. You got to do something. Yeah, you can look at that tablet all you want, guys. All that tablet's going to tell you is, boy, wow, they're really beating the shit out of us in this game, aren't they? Yeah, the fact that it's still 1-1 is a miracle because of Hellebuck. God, I would have loved to have Hellebuck on the Devils. Come on. Look at it. These guys on the bench, they're fucking head down. Come on. You got to get up. Get up. Let's go. And they drop the puck and then immediately blow the whistle because these officials are just as bad as NHL official. So, that's... Americans get the puck and they are moving into the neutral zone. They get it into the Canadian end and they pass it around behind Binnington. From in the corner, Canadians are going to end up with it and they break it out of their own zone. Can the Americans get something going? Back in the American end behind Hellebuck. We are at 12 minutes to go. Somebody's got to do something here for the Americans. Jack Hughes behind Binnington. Tries to get it out front. Can't. Now he rushes, gets his own rebound. Keeps the puck, but then he gets checked off the puck, comes out. Canadians bring it into the American zone. Oh, nice little back checking there by the Americans. At least finally, somebody's playing a little defense here. Cleared by Americans, but given right back to Canada, who regroup in the neutral zone. 11:16 remaining. Cracked my neck. Puck is cleared out of the American zone. Nope, no icing. I thought they were going to call icing. They do not. 11 minutes left. Oh! Oh my God! How did he miss that? Canada had a wide open net. And he missed it wide. That's the break we need. Come on, 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 come on. Americans in the Canadian end, circling it around. Quinn Hughes passes it. Shot! 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 Can't get it through. The Americans still have the puck, though. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Scrum in the corner. Puck is going to be cleared out of the zone. Ten minutes left to go. 10 minutes left to go in the third period. We've got 10 minutes. Canada gets it into the American end of the ice. Come on, come on. Finally, a little bit of body checking there on the boards. The Americans do get the puck back. Flip it out of the zone, and they're going to switch up here. Canadians get possession. Slavin, he gets the puck for the Americans, gets it back down into the Canadian end. Boldy tries to get it lower. Okay, now it's up to the point. The Americans shoot. Doesn't get through. Canadians are going to clear. They do. Americans are able to go ahead and get possession. And that's going to be too many men on... No, they don't call it. That's a lucky call. They should have gotten called for too many men. And they still... Oh, my God! How did that stay out? Oh my God! Thank God! Thank God! Come on! Now we gotta go! Now we gotta go, U.S. Come on! USA! 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 Come on, baby! Canadians have it shot. Wide. Save by Hellebuck. Oh my God! What in the hell is going on? How did that stay out? Thank God it did. But my God. Jimbo says they should be chanting Hellebuck. I think were they chanting? I think they were chanting Canada. They're like, "Go Canada, go!" Whatever the fuck they chant. I don't give a shit. Like, fucking yes, taxes harder, daddy. I don't know. Is that the Canadian chant? I have no idea. We love China. That's what it is. That's what we're feeling. That's what I'm feeling right now. If you're feeling that same way, I understand. Puck is dropped. The official stop. Jesus Christ, Mr. Official. You want to just play for Canada? Piece of shit. Get out of the way. Long shot on Bennington. Americans keep it in the Canadian zone. Jack Hughes. Oh. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Canadians get possession. They're going to bring it out of the zone. McKinnon tried to do a little loop-de-loop. Couldn't do it. And now they're going to call a penalty on Americans because he fell? Oh, no, it's on the Canadians. They're calling high stick. They're going to call a high stick on the Canadians. So the Americans have a delayed penalty chance here. And now the Canadians do get possession. And the Americans are going to go on the PP. If we can't do something here, like I don't know what to, this is the chance to do something. This is the chance you got to do something. Is Jack bleeding? If he's bleeding, that's a double minor. That's 4 minutes. Come on, Jack. Bleed. Bleed, Jack. There, they gave him double minor. 4 minutes for high sticking. Jack, you bleeding bastard, I love you. Oh, come on, Jack. Come on. This is the chance. We've been getting outplayed for 2.5 periods here. If there's a chance to do something, this is it. This is the chance. 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 That's all I'm gonna. I'm just gonna. This is the chance. This is the chance. Canadians win the faceoff and clear the zone. Quinn Hughes. Over to Eichel, and Eichel passes it back beyond the blue line and makes it offside. What the What are we doing? What are we doing, Jack Eichel? What are we doing? Thompson has it. Now back to Matthews. Quinn Hughes has it up at the point. Keeps it in the zone. Back down to Matthews. It's open and the Craze couldn't get it. Come on. Get it. The Canadians clear it. And they maintain possession while they go ahead and change lines. Jesus Christ. $30 seconds remaining in the first of the double minor. 2:25 overall left in the penalty. Gensel. Over the point to Boldy. Boldy cycles it back up to the point. Back down to Boldy. Boldy back up to the point. Jack Hughes. Oh! Saved by Bennington. Jack Hughes. Big slap shot from Hughes from the top of the blue line. Does not go in. Americans tried to keep it in the zone. Cannot. It's cleared. We are now into the second of the double minor. Jack Hughes trying to skate. Gets hit by two Canadians. Bit of a high-low. And there's going to be a penalty on the Americans now. So at 3:23 left. 49 seconds left on our power play. The Canadians are going to go on their own power play, so it's going to be 49 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Jack Hughes is going to the box for something. I don't know. What are they going to call? Oh, he's getting called for high sticking. So he got a high sticking, and then he returns a high stick. Horvat's trying like hell to make himself bleed. No blood, thank God. So it's only 2 minutes. So we got 4-on-4 hockey for 49 seconds here. Americans win the face-off. Just I don't know. Ooh, Eichel shoots wide. Quinn Hughes, it's out of the zone. 27 seconds left for 4-on-4 hockey before the Canadians get a man advantage. What is with the fucking trailer pass to nobody? And it's another giveaway to the Canadians. What are we doing? Wide shot by the Canadians. They keep it in at the court. Oh, God, they just... Good takeaway by the Americans. They clear the zone. 3, 2, 1, and now the Canadians are on the PP. For a little bit, for a minute 5 now, they have power play. McDavid, he brings it into the zone. Canadians in the zone for the shot. Wide. Americans can't clear. Can't clear the zone yet. Canada still has it. Makar up at the point. Redirect for McKinnon, but he couldn't get it through. The Americans cannot clear it still. Pass out into the slot. What are we doing? Right in front. And they finally clear it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Power play is over for the Canadians. Oh, my God. What are we doing? What are we doing? Canadians get back in the American zone. The Americans take the puck. They skate it up. Canada's able to knock it back. The Americans are able to get it out of the zone. 15 seconds remaining. Americans able to get it out of the zone. They wave off the icing. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to overtime. Which might be, look, because again, when we came to the third period, I said, boy, the Americans, we really got to go out there. We've got to start hitting. We got to show some offensive fire. We did nothing. We did nothing of the sort. The Canadians absolutely outplayed the Americans in every way, shape, and form in that period. Again, 2 straight periods where the Canadians have made the Americans look like, as Dave Portnoy said on Twitter, made us look like Uzbekistan's hockey team. We look like Kazakhstan out there trying to fucking play this game against the Canadians. And if you look at this tournament and the way we've played, this is not how we play hockey. So I don't know if the pressure's getting to them. I don't know what's going on. But now we've got overtime, 3-on-3 for the gold medal, which might be the best thing that we could have hoped for at this point, seeing how this game has gone. Next goal wins. That's it. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol? Thanks so much for watching somebody lose their ever-loving mind on this stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King. And again, thank you for watching me absolutely lose my mind for this gold medal game between the United States and Canada. Right now, 1-1, going to overtime. Overtime in the Olympics, it'll be a full 20 minutes, and it will be 3-on-3 until there is a winner. I agree that this should be 5-on-5. I agree. I don't like the fact that they're going to make it 3-on-3 for it. A lot of people online are saying it. Jimbo says I like the 3-on-3. Not for the not like in the Stanley Cup. You don't do 3-on-3 overtime for the cup. You know what I mean? This should be the same. If it's for a medal, like if you do it in a round robin and shit like that, I get it. I understand. But for the gold medal, this should be hockey. This shouldn't be 3-on-3. I say that. Jimbo says I shouldn't be sweating at 10:30 in the morning, dude. I'm sweating. There are various fluids just shifting around right now. I am all kinds of. So I don't know. Blood pressure. I don't know. I can't feel my right arm. I think that's a bad sign. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. We see them resurfacing the ice down there. Everything like that. I got to take a walk for a second. I'm gonna take a little walk just around the house. I don't think the bomb cyclone has started yet, but I'll go take a look, see if it has. I'll report back and see how everybody's doing. Everybody else, take a breather, relax, and let's see what happens here. We got to overtime. Being what it is now, again, whether I like the 3-on-3 or wish it was 5-on-5, whatever, it is 3-on-3. At this point, I think it's anybody's go. Youngling Slayer in the chat says casually having a stroke at 9:30 in the morning. I know. We're all. It's not great. It's not great. It's not great for anybody's health. This game is taking years off of lives. We're watching the lives just tick down, man. We're not doing great. We're not doing great. But if we get gold, if we're able to somehow steal this gold from Canada, worth it. Worth it all. Be right back. Woo-hoo-hoo. Like, if that's the one thing we've learned from this tournament, if you get pressure on Binnington, you can get to him. And Americans just have not been able to get any pressure. No sustained offensive output. Youngling Slayer says, I'll take a stroke for the U.S. to beat Canada. My girlfriend probably won't, but I will. Hey, that's funny. Pepperjack just told me the same thing. She's like, don't have a heart attack over this. It's not worth it. So you're saying you hate America is what you're saying. You're saying you're a card-carrying communist is what you're saying. You're saying you read that in your little red book, huh? Maoist. You Stalinist, Marxist, Leninist traitor. Woo. Hey, technically this is the fourth period, so hey, you know what? Let's get Taylor out there. Taylor's going to give you the fours. Throw the fours up, Taylor. Taylor throwing up the fours for us here. There she goes. Throw the fours up in chat. We'll get one more four going. Where's my other two? Where's Taylor 2? There she is. We might have. Maybe she'll be our good luck. You want to do a Taylor good luck charm? Maybe we'll do Taylor good luck charm. Let's get this Taylor over here. And let's actually make her a little bit bigger. Let's, if there's anything that's more American than Taylor Swift, I don't know it. So we got Taylor there. Good luck charm. We'll see. Again, not sure about the whole 3-on-3 overtime. Not a big fan of that. But especially for gold, man. Like, if it's like, I get it if you want to do it in the prelims and in the round robin and stuff like that. Even if you want to do like quarterfinals, semifinals. Once you get for medals, once it's like bronze medal game and gold medal game, it should be regular hockey, 5-on-5 until we get a winner. Jimbo, if she helps us score, I don't care. And if there's one thing we all want Taylor Swift to do, it's to help us score. Who doesn't want to score with or for Taylor Swift? That's the other thing, too. We can sit here and complain about whether it should be 5-on-5 or 3-on-3. Fact of the matter is, it is 3-on-3. Those are the facts that matter. You have to deal with reality as it stands. 3-on-3, let's go. Youngling Slayer says, if she gets us the win, I'll hate her a bit less. Oh, man, don't hate on my girl. Don't hate on my girl. You can't be hating. You can't be hating. But if she gets us there, listen, Taylor Swift, if there's somebody that can get us across that finish line, if there's somebody who can get us to finish, I believe it'll be Taylor. McAfee's losing his mind about this. Hockey is awesome. Everybody's putting in their guesses who they think will score. We got a Tage Thompson guess. Dylan Larkin. We got people saying for Canada. They got Celebrini. They're saying Bo Horvat for the Canadians. Werenski. He was best friends with Johnny Gaudreau, so people want him to get that. Jack Hughes. People saying Quinn Hughes. If it is listen, any Hughes brother will do. It's like any of the Hughes brothers, any of the Kachuk brothers, anybody. Everybody take a breath. Everybody try to relax as much as you can. Stretch the neck out. I feel tight in the neck. I feel tight in the right arm. I really feel like I'm going to die here. Certainly hope not. Youngling Slayer in the chat says Quinn Hughes winner will get me to cream my jorts. And I'll say you probably, you want to impress Taylor too. I get it. Hey, listen, Taylor gets us to do all that. Here come the Canadians on the ice. Here come the Americans onto the ice. If you're not jacked for this, you don't have a pulse. If you're not, I don't care if you like hockey or not. If you're not jacked for this, you don't have a pulse. You're dead or you're dead inside and just waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and say hello. "13, 12, 11, 10. They have a cool countdown there to let you know at least when they're going to drop the puck. That's nice. Here we go, folks. Matthews on the ice for the Americans. You see McDavid on there for the Knuckleheads. It'll be Matthews and McKinnon on the faceoff. Boldy and McDavid kind of jostling already. McDavid tries to assault the official on the puck drop. Boldy and McKinnon, they are still going at it here, yeah. And they finally do drop the puck. Canadians have it. McDavid whiffed on the shot. Pass up for the Americans. Into the zone. Got to leave. Up, off the post! That was it. That was it. Frozen by Hellebuck. Oh, that was it. Oh, it was off his glove. I thought it was off the post. Quinn off the glove. I thought it was off the post. That's my bad. My bad. Either way. The hell of a save by Binnington then. Hell of a save by Binnington. You got to give him up. Face off here. Canadians have it back in their own zone. Canadians circling around the American end. Shot gets blocked. The Americans are able to get it out of the zone, and then they lose control of the puck. See Gensel on the ice now for the Americans. Canadians circle back into their own end. McDavid trying to go in all himself, loses the puck. The Americans are able to go ahead, and they skated ahead. Come on, get there. Get the puck. Oh! Score! Yes! The Americans win the gold! Yes! USA! We did it! Fuck you, Canada! We did it! Yes! Oh, yes! 46 years! The U.S. has now won the Olympic gold medal! What did I tell you? She's good luck. I don't want to hear no shit about Taylor Swift anymore. Taylor was the good luck charm. She did it for us, baby. She did it. Come on, Jimbo, you're going to call? Call up. You can call. I'm going to put you on speaker. You're going to be right here with me, baby. Oh, yes. We did it. I gotta put the score up. I didn't even put it up. That is over. Let's go.
First, I want to say, all next NFL season, I will not say a bad word about Taylor.
You better not.
Dude, I lost my shit.
Oh, my God.
That goal right there for me was when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl against the Patriots, and I was like, is there a penalty? Like, I had to wait to make sure
you want to make sure that it was. That was me too. I was like, is everything all right? Did it go? I saw them celebrating for like a half a second. I was like, is it good? Are we okay? Is everything? Yes, it was. Yes, it is. We are good. We are great. We are gold medalists. And not only that, here's the sweet part, Jimbo. Here's the sweet part. We beat fucking Canada, baby.
Yeah.
Those damn Frenchies, as you like to call them. We fucking got them, man. I can't. Yeah. I didn't even know. And I didn't even know it was. It was our boy. It was Jack Hughes from the Devils. Yes, we had a Devil win the gold medal for the. Oh, the mythology is just so great right now. I'm extra. I can't really. I can't even talk. Look at that. Devil. We have the American flag. We have the Devils here. Devils. It all worked. We had Taylor. Everything worked. It was all there. It was our boy, our good boy from Jersey, just a good Jersey boy. Jack Hughes gets the win, and the Americans are gold medalists. Fuck Canada. Oh, God.
46 years.
46 years to the day that we beat the Soviets, and we get the gold medal. Oh my God. All right, brother. Let me go back to the stream. I'll call you back in a little bit. But yeah, I'm glad we were able to share this with you, man. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Oh, that feels so good. They got Johnny Gaudreau's jersey out there. Amazing. Youngling Slayer, eat shit. He says Jack Hughes, gold medal winner in Future Wild. Nah, man. He's a devil through and through. He's a good Jersey boy. You leave that Jersey boy alone. Oh, my God, I'm going to cry. Oh, God, I'm going to cry. At 18-19 of overtime, the U.S., because of Jack Hughes, wins the gold medal. I absolutely agree. Jimbo says Jack Hughes gets the game-winning goal, but Hellebuck is the absolutely. There's not a question that this is Hellebuck is absolutely 100% the MVP. Jimbo says, yeah, that's for Johnny. We did it for Johnny. Do it for Johnny, and we got it for Johnny Gaudreau there. God bless him, man. God bless this American team. God bless America. God bless America. Youngling Slayer says Hellebuck deserves statues all over the U.S. for that game. 1,000%. This game is 6-1 if it's not for Hellebuck. The Canadians were. Let's be honest. We can all be honest with each other. The Canadians outplayed the Americans by far in this game. By far, the Canadians outplayed the Americans. It honestly wasn't even that close. The fact that we got to overtime is because of Hellebuck. And the fact that we were able to close that out. Oh, sad Canadians. I love it. Look at you. You sad, goddamn poutine-eating sons of bitches. Go suck on some maple syrup. Jimbo says, I agree with that. Statue right next to the Abe Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, put him right there. American hero. Hellebuck, American hero. Jack Hughes, American hero. Hellebuck, American hero. Say something about Four Nations now, Canada. I thought the Four Nations was that. Oh, Four Nations. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, look at that. Canada's we're going to beat the Americans. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Eat shit, Canada. Holy shit, eat shit. Eat all the shit in the world, Canada. Where's that asshole in here before that was shitting on America saying, oh, fuck USA. Fuck you. Fuck Canada. What? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We get Alberta now, too. Alberta is ours. Thank you very much. It's been decided. It's been settled. I hate that. Listen, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. We just follow them here. The United States, welcome to the 51st state of the great state of Alberta. It is fantastic. Thank you so much. Youngling Slayer says, Matt Boldy, too. Yeah, man. For the first goal, that was dude, absolutely. I can't believe I forgot Boldy. I can't believe I forgot that. First of all, what a great fucking name. He was a bit boldy with that shot. I'll tell you that. What a great move he had, too. They have a live stream. They do have a live stream, the Spit and Chicklets guys. So I wonder if we can. I'm going to have to go back and watch Biz. Pause it right at the moment you see his heartbreak. And listen, I love Biz. I do. I really do love Paul Bissonnette. He's one of the. He's a funny individual. He's a great individual. Like I said, I liked him when he played with Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins and all that. I do love him. But I do want to see his heartbreak. Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe it. I can't believe I haven't gotten too many. I haven't gotten any messages. Oh, I did. Oh, I got a couple messages here. Oh my God! And it was our boy Jack Hughes. New Jersey Devil Jack Hughes. I love the USA. I love my teammates. That's right, Jack. That's right, Jack. That's right, Jack. I'm staying. I'm watching the whole ceremony. We're not getting off this. You think I'm getting off the stream now? You think I'm getting off this stream now? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Woo! Hold on. I got to go talk to Pepper. I'll be right back. You gotta love America. You gotta love New Jersey. You gotta love tail with ham, egg, and cheese. Yeah, man. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna open that little champagne bottle in there. Got champagne in this cup. Look at him. Look at that. Okay, Bubba. Look at that. Look at the reactions. Look at everybody's USA, USA, USA from Devil's legend Jack Hughes. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with that. I wonder. You got the Hughes brothers out there. All the American flags are out there. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Woo! The Americans are gold medal winners. They're going to have the medal ceremony. You'll have Finland up there. The Canadians are going to be very upset, but that is okay. Jimbo says, come on, show the Canadian watch party cameras. That's my Jimbo. That's my buddy Jimbo. Woo! There we go, ladies and gentlemen. For such a special occasion, let's go. The U.S. gold medalist. Oh, how sweet it is. How sweet it is. God, and you look at all these things. The Canadians had so many chances, so many opportunities. They really did outplay the Americans for the most part here on this whole thing. Youngling Slater in the chat says, I still can't, it still hasn't sunk in yet. I'm fucking ecstatic. As am I, brother. As am I. This is a party. This is an all-day party. We are partying all day. All day. I don't care what you're doing. I might have to quick go out and get myself a little bit more celebration juice, if you will, because I don't have any, and it's about to be a blizzard, so. But Daddy needs to celebrate. Daddy needs to get his drink on. Daddy needs to go ahead and remember, by not remembering, this great day. The U.S. 2, Canada 1, gold medal winners. The United States of America, and again, I got to say, Jack Hughes, New Jersey Devil, hero of the game for winning. However, as we all mentioned before, Hellebuck, he should have a statue. He should be lauded. As Jimbo says, when they have everybody out there getting the medals and they do the anthem, have Hellebuck up on the podium. Hellebuck should be up on that podium. I agree. I was going to say, Youngling Slater says, make today a national holiday. Make it USA Hockey Day. This should absolutely be USA Hockey Day, considering that we beat the Soviets on this day 46 years ago, and now we've won gold 46 years later here in 2026. Because here's the thing, that's it, and I know everybody else is there too, but I was born in 1981, so I was a year after we won the gold medal. I have never seen the United States win a gold medal. As most people in here, I don't think, have seen the U.S. win a gold medal, been around. Even as an infant, nobody's been around to see that. And now we've gotten to see it. We've gotten to see the United States win a gold medal in hockey over fucking Canada, man. Just all that, especially after 2010, when we had this same situation, overtime in the gold medal game, and Canada gets the win. I think it was Sidney Crosby got the goal, and it's just like, it never felt like we were going to do it. And I'd celebrate, our World Juniors teams would beat Canada in the World Junior Championships, and that was great. I celebrated those like it was insane, because it's always great to beat Canada. And, you had the Four Nations last year where we had that first game. We played them and beat them up and then beat them. And then we had the championship game and they won. And it's like, it just maybe feels like you can't get over that hump. You can't beat these fucking Canadians. It's just always going to be the Canadians. Always. Even with our best out there, it's just the fucking Canadians. You're never going to be able to beat the Canadians. You know, and in the big spots, in the the gold medal games and things like that, it's just felt, is it just never going to happen? And then you watch this game, and it's just like, man, the Canadians are just skating around. They more offensive pressure, playing so much more crisp hockey, and it's like, you know, without Hellebuck, this game is a blowout. It's an absolute blowout. And just with all of that happening, and you're like, wow, the Canadians really are outplaying the U.S. And for the United States to still come out and win on top and get it. To the U.S., baby. Don't get emotional. Don't cry on street. I'll cry afterwards. Youngling says, yep, finally got one when it mattered the most. When the lights were brightest, we pulled it out. Hellebuck certainly did. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm holding on. I am holding on by the thinnest of margins. Again, I cry at sunsets. I'm a sensitive boy. I really am. So I'm holding on by the skin of my teeth. I got friends I haven't talked to in years messaging me, losing their mind about this. This is how incredible this is. Did Finland just not show up for their bronze medal? Jimbo says, I wish there was time to get all the players to wear Johnny's jersey. Yeah, but they have his jersey out there, which is important, I'm glad they have that. I know what you mean, but I'm also glad that they at least have that. I was going to say, yeah, you had Quinn Hughes that was this close from being the hero in overtime. Binnington getting his glove on that. I originally thought it hit the post, but Binnington actually got the glove on that. So Binnington again, and as much as everybody was shitting on Binnington going into this tournament, and maybe I was a little bit too trying to psych myself in this game, Binnington had himself a good game too. Again, the U.S. didn't have quite the pressure on him that Hellebuck did from them, but yeah. As we see them get ready for the ceremony there. And yes, I agree with that particular post there, Pepper Jack. It is the best time to be a diabetic with all the zero sugar sodas and such. Oh, did you? I'll have to take a look at that. Okay. No, not there. Let's see. It'll be over on this one. Oh, yeah, there it is. I love it. Peppa Jack sent me a little bit of a screenshot here on the post that shows that USA won 2-1 over Canada. All the angry reactions of all the Canadians. Look at all those angry Canucks. Look at all those angry knuckleheads. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you think Taylor Swift is ever coming off this screen, you're out of your mind. She's forever the good luck charm. She's on there forever. She's a permanent fixture. She never leaves. I think we're all forgetting the real unsung hero here, Taylor Swift. Youngling Slayer says the start of a new era of USA hockey, man. Most of these players are young, so will be a lot of great games out of these guys. And as I believe Albert there, the announcer said, this is one of those games that will inspire also the next generation to be like, hey, Mom and Dad, can we spend $7,000 so I can go ahead and play hockey? That's the way to do it. I think about when I was a kid and Jesus Christ, how much money my dad spent for me to play hockey. It's not easy, but I think this will definitely get the next generation wanting to play. As we see the Canadians getting their silver medal, and you've never seen a more unhappy group of people getting a medal. That is a medal that will never see the light of day. They will never display that. That will just go away. And it's as somebody said, whoever won this game it would be indelible the rest of their life, and whoever lost this game, they're going to have an Olympic medal that they'll never look at, they'll never see, and they'll never talk about. And that's what's going to happen there. You think any of these Canadians here are going to be talking about the silver medal from 2026? They will not. Jimbo says, I am in so much joy seeing their faces. Yep, to steal the phrase from the Germans, this is definitely a little bit of Schadenfreude. I'm sorry. Be a little classier when you win, okay, guys? Why can't you, have a little decorum, have a little class? No, fuck you, Canada. Man, this is the best champagne I've ever had. It's probably cheap-ass champagne. It really is, but it's very good. I don't care. This has been sitting in our fridge for 4 years now. Yeah. This is the one from Ashley's wedding. Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay, well then, it's fine. Well, it's Prosecco, but, Italian champagne. Anything that's not made in the Champagne region of France can't be called champagne. I don't give a shit. I don't know my champagnes. I don't care. It's good. I don't care what it is. You know what? This could have been $3 champagne. It tastes great right now. It tastes great right now. Youngling Slayer in the chat says, hey, Dad, tell me about the 2026 Olympics. Connor McDavid immediately hits the 1,000-yard stare. You just hear the war noises in the background. Here's the thing, and this is the thing. They thought it was their turn. This group just thought, oh, this is this group of Canadians' turn to get the gold medal. That's all. That's okay. This was just our turn to do it. Sydney had it back in 2010. The Canadians. This is just our turn to get it. And it was, they're giving them little stuffed animals too. Oh my God. Oh God, that sucks. Oh, here's your fucking stuffed animal. Enjoy your little stuffed weasels, whatever the fuck they are. Oh God, they got just grown ass men who just had their hearts ripped out. Have a stuffed animal. Why is Sydney in full pads and jersey? He didn't play. Did he get dressed thinking he was going to be out there for the gold medal? And now he's got to be out there for the silver and getting a stuffed animal? Ah! Oh, no. Jimbo's like, haha, here's your emotional support plush, you assholes. Oh, again, I have some very nice Canadian friends. I love a lot of my Canadian people out there that I do know. Like I mentioned, Chris Creamer. I've known him for almost 30 years now. Great guy. And several other Canadians as well. But yeah, sorry guys. This is our chance. This is our one time. I'm gonna take it. This is what I wanted to do in 2010 at Lucky Sports Bar in Wilkes-Barre back in 2010. I wanted to celebrate and lose my mind and do all that kind of stuff, and that was stolen from me. That was stolen from me by Sidney Crosby. So here we are 16 years later. Fuck you, Sidney. Fuck you, Canada. Let's go USA. Anybody else sweating? Like, I'm sweating. I'm so jacked. By the way, all the arm pain, neck pain, gone. That pressure, relieved. I am relaxed now. I don't mind. You want to make me an omelet while you're at it? I would absolutely love one if you're in the middle of making it. I have some of my spam. You can throw some of my spam in there. That's right. Real Americans eat spam. Ask the Hawaiians. They know. There's nothing quite like being a backup goaltender. Saying, like, I didn't really do much for this, but this is really great. Thank you. When you're on the team project in school, and everybody else does the assignment, and you're just kind of there, and you get an A, you're like, hey, all right, I got an A. All right. Technically. Jimbo says, I've been sweating since 8:10. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm sweating more now than after I did before. I don't know. I'm just, there's Boldy. Big shout out to the Minnesota Wild and Boldy. Oh, this is so. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Like I said, normally the stream would be over by now, but I'm watching the whole thing. We are doing the anthem. We are doing all the gold medals. We're doing it all, baby. We are soaking this in, and I want to thank you so much for soaking it in with me here on Stay Tuned Sports. I certainly hope you've enjoyed watching this all morning. I mean, it was a bit dicey. A little dicey there for the entire game. A little dicey, but we had some fun here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like any part of this stream, got to do a little plug in here. If you like any part of the stream, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know this channel exists. And, of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet, or if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And we just we have moments like this. You know, we watched the Super Bowl together. It's fun. Last year it was cool because it had Jimbo's team in it, so he had a little skin in the game, even though he wasn't on the stream because he could not do it, and I get that. Because if you watch me during the stream, that would have been Jimbo watching the Eagles in that game, even though they were up by like 30-0 at halftime. He came on at halftime and was like, I don't know, I'm still a little nervous. So I get that, but yeah, it. This is something. Youngling Slayer in the chat says, mind you, Boldy's only 24 years old, so imagine how many more chances he'll have to repeat this. Probably at least 2, considering, if he's able to maintain his level of play. He'll be 28 in the next Olympics, 32 in the next Olympics. Then he's going to start getting up there. You start getting 36. That might be a little much. We'll see how he's doing, but we'll see. Plus, you have all the other world championships. The NHL is absolutely going to do. The Four Nations is going to, I think, have to continue to happen. Like All-Star, listen, the All-Star game doesn't mean shit anymore. Do the Four Nations Classic. Just keep doing that. Jack Hughes, New Jersey. And look at him missing a tooth from the high stick. That's a fucking hockey player from New Jersey, baby. That is a New Jersey hockey player. But he's actually from, I don't give a shit. He is a permanent resident of the state of New Jersey from now on. And see, now the Americans getting stuffed animals, that's not bad. That's like, hey, cool. I can give this to, one of the hot, figure skaters or, speed skaters. Definitely speed skaters. And they come and visit, You still got a couple hours before the closing ceremony. You still got a little work done. Still got a little work done. Faber only 23 says Youngling. Yeah, by the way, in case anybody didn't know, Youngling Slayer from Minnesota, big Wild fan, Vikings fan. So he's kind of focusing on his Wild boys. Wild boys. Little Duran Duran hit if you forget about that. A lot of people don't recognize the 80s. Oh my God. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe. I'm kind of with you, Slayer. I'm kind of with you. I can't believe. Like, this still hasn't quite sunk in yet. It still hasn't quite got there. We see Johnny Gaudreau's kids and his family there. If that doesn't start, they got his jersey out there. If you got a dry eye, I don't know if you're a human. I'll say that. And now for the anthem. Can you see by the dawn's early light? But so proud. I'll stop singing. I'm sorry. That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's go! Woo! I think I'm scaring Bubba still. Sorry, Peppa Jack. I'm stoked. Well, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know of a better way to start your day than that. Slayer in the chat says, I just looked at Boldy's contract for Minnesota. Hell of a bargain for the kid this good. I was going to say. Jimbo says, hi, Canada. How does it feel to hear our anthem? Well, to be honest, looking at the way things are going, that's probably going to be the anthem of Alberta in just a little bit. So, not only did they lose gold to America, they're going to lose one of their most important and oil-rich provinces to the great United States and probably become state number 51. Hey, maybe Saskatchewan, maybe Manitoba, they want to join too because Canada kind of sucks. But, whoo. They got they're going to have the one more picture here. Look at all those American flags. Look at all those American flags. Depending on how we play Slayer, that contract might be amended, considering how things go. They got them there. They got Johnny's jersey. They got the boys there. They want to take one more. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe we did it. And there they go. They got his jersey. There we go. Johnny Gaudreau. They're grabbing his kids. Oh God, I'm gonna cry on the stream. Oh, Jesus Christ. Son of a bitch. I almost got it. I almost got it to the end. Son of a bitch. God, I love this fucking country. Jimbo says you're about to cry. It's too late. Too late. We're already, like I said, I cry at sunsets. Dude, I've cried at every episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Okay, so I am a big fucking softie. I think we all know that. And that's a breaker. That's a breaker. That one will break you. That one will break you. As we got some last USA chants happening there in Milan. Lloyd says, we won. Surprise! Yes, Lloyd. The U.S. because of Jack Hughes, the great New Jersey Devil. I'm so fucking... Dude, you have no idea. You rewind the stream a little bit. See how happy it was when that happened. Because I'll tell you what, for about 50 minutes of the 60 minutes plus of play here, it did not look like that was going to happen. This looked like, Canada was outplaying the U.S. for a massive majority of this game. And we have to be honest. You have to be honest with what we saw. They outplayed the U.S. the majority of this game. And you look at the shots and how disproportionate they are. That's a stat line. You just watch the game with your eyeballs. You see that. But at the end of the day, the shot count doesn't matter. The how the play looked doesn't matter. What matters is the score on the board at the end of the game. And that is the United States of America 2 and the Kingdom of Shitistan, also known as Canada, 1. You can't be classy for 2 seconds, can you, King? You got it? Yes. Does that mean I'm a bad person? Yes, but I think we've all agreed to that as well. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We see Brock Nelson grabbing his kid out of the stands. I can't thank you enough, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on this historic day. It's just been a great day. This is now just a great day. It's a great day not just for hockey fans. It's a great day. It's a great day for America, and I think we all understand that now. I'm going to have a wonderful and beautiful breakfast with my wonderful and beautiful bride, Peppa Jack. I am going to sign off now here. Again, thank you so much for joining us. If you liked any part of this, please hit that like button, hit the share button, let people know this channel exists, and of course, as always, hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't done so already. If you want to help us out even further, we have links for our donation station and our merch store down in the description below. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you live in the Northeast, please stay safe. Be careful with this bomb cyclone going off, but have a great rest of your Sunday. The United States of America, gold medal winners in the game of hockey, beating fucking Canada. Go fuck yourself, Canada.